My family runs a shipping business in San Francisco. We used to have 2 ships a week to Tokyo. We've been in shipping for 2 generations, Hank. I've never been on a voyage anywhere. I feel like Odysseus in the beginning of his journey.
The Odyssey took 10 years, Cole.
This is the American century. America can rule the world after we win this war.
We need to stay alive, Cole. These men are counting on us. Have you heard what the veterans are saying to each other?
No.
Golden Gate in 48. That's 4 more hard years of fighting.
Das gefallene Idol.
Phelps, Bukowski, you have a new case. 2 women, possible drink drive.
How was that a case?
Broad says she was doped and that somebody tried to kill her.
Where did this take place?
That's the bit you're gonna love. Right across the street.
What?
A Chevy Styline took a nosedive off the escarpment, fetched up underneath a Cola King billboard. Up to it, boys. We got bad guys to catch.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it.
Ah ja, gut. Anfahrtsweg kurz.
See you later, fellas. Try not to work too hard.
Look at you bantering with the boys. Brings a tear to my eye watching my caterpillar grow wings.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Educated, hardworking, straight as an arrow. Hate to break it to you, Cole, but you'll never fit in at Central.
Ja, ich glaube auch nicht, dass wir hier reinpassen. Aber, naja. Wir machen das Beste draus. Okay, also, der Tatort ist da. Ja, komm, dann laufen wir mal zum Tatort. Ist grün? Ist grün. Achso, für die Autos ist grün. Ey, ist rot! Oder? Ich weiß es nicht. Bukowski, komm. Wir müssen einen Fall lösen. Hopp, 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 hopp. So, dann schauen wir mal. Achso, hier kommen wir gar nicht hin. Was uns dieser Unfall... Kann ich hier hochrennen? Ja. Bringt. So, hier sind wir schon mal am Tatort. Ah, und los geht's. Unfallstelle, 7:55 Uhr.
Her face looks familiar.
Well, that's June Ballard. Tarzan's sister, Beast of the Amazon. She's married to Guy McAfee. The captain has moved to Vegas now, but the 2 of them still have juice.
Phelps, traffic.
Detective Phelps. Hey, Bukowski. Long time no see.
You could have called this in by megaphone, Enrique. Phelps, this is Enrique Gonzalez. Enrique was a pretty decent middleweight.
What do we have, Gonzalez?
Broad drives right through the empty lot and off the side of the escarpment. Her story is that a movie producer doped her and her friend and sent the car over the cliff.
Is anyone hurt?
Driver's beat up. Not too bad considering. If she hadn't hit that billboard, we'd be scraping both of them off the pavement. Passenger's is Jessica Hamilton. She's just a kid. She's pretty knocked around.
Kid gonna be all right?
I think so. They've taken her to central receiving. If you want to take a look around, you can stall the ambulance.
Thanks. Do that.
One more thing. Watch out for the driver. She cuts rough.
Ja, natürlich.
Out of the way, bub.
If you're looking for the coroner, he's down by the crash site.
Okay, danke. Wir gucken uns erstmal... Ja, komm, wir gucken uns erstmal um, würde ich sagen, oder? Bevor wir mit der Uschi reden. So, wie komme ich denn hier runter? Okay. Ja, wenn da irgendwo. Nein? Hier? Ja, hier geht's runter. Okay. Ach, da ist unser Central Police Station. Sind wir das auf dem Foto? Nein. Sind wir nicht. Hallo, Herr Gerichtsmediziner.
You'll want to see this, Phelps. There, laid out on the trunk. And that isn't even the best part.
Warum ist er hier? Ist doch keiner gestorben? Oder habe ich irgendwas falsch verstanden? Leben doch noch alle. Ein Unterhos.
They've been torn off. Where did you find them?
They were stuffed in the young lady's handbag. I'll run a trace for semen when I get back to the lab.
Okay. Und eine Handtasche. Liebe Jessie, bitte, bitte, Schatz, komm nach Hause. Du brauchst dir keine Sorgen machen wegen Vater. Andersrum, egal, es ist alles vergeben. Er ist temperamentvoll und kann sehr stolz sein, aber du bist immer noch sein kleines Mädchen und er liebt dich? Liebt dich. Ich weiß, dass er das, was er gesagt hat, nicht so gemeint hat. Du bist ein gutes, anständiges Mädchen und passt nicht nach Hollywood. Ich war auch mal 15 und ich wollte wie Clara Bow sein, schöne Kleider tragen und hübsche Männer küssen. Aber als ich erwachsen wurde und deinen Vater geheiratet habe, habe ich erkannt, dass ich mit so einem Leben niemals glücklich geworden wäre. Du wirst das eines Tages auch erkennen. Ich bin sicher, Tante Junie passt auf dich auf, aber ich mache mir einfach Sorgen um dich. Du kennst ja deine alte Mutter. Die Welt ist ein sehr gefährlicher Ort für junge Mädchen, vor allem für solche, die nach den Sternen greifen wollen. Sterne sind schön anzuschauen, aber manchmal verdecken sie einem die Sicht auf das, was man direkt vor der Nase hat. Emma und Molly vermissen dich schrecklich. Emma wird so hübsch und die kleine Molly ist genauso süß, wie du in ihrem Alter warst. Sie brauchen eine große Schwester, die auf sie aufpasst. Liebe Jessie, bitte komm nach Hause. Ich habe Angst um dich. Ich werde das Gefühl nicht los, dass etwas Schreckliches passieren wird. Ich weine jede Nacht um dich, deine dich liebende Mutter, Camille Hamilton.
She's a long way from home.
Sie ist weit weg von zu Hause. In welcher Zeile steht? Ach, da oben. Milwaukee. Gut, dann habe ich nichts gesagt. Ich wollte gerade sagen, in welcher Zeile steht denn, wo sie wohnen? Okay. Noch was? Okay, das ist jetzt nur so nebenbei. Ich habe mir in dem kleinen Intro habe ich mir das Kennzeichen angeguckt und das ist nicht das, was da liegt.
Looks like they're lucky they weren't more badly injured.
Must have been unconscious. Being relaxed tends to lessen the soft tissue damage.
Okay. Ja, ansonsten nichts auffällt. Wo sind denn die ganzen Kennzeichen überhaupt? Bukowski! Ja, also das ist nicht das Kennzeichen, was an dem Auto dran war. Aber gut, ist ja egal. So, wer bist du?
I don't really know too much, Detective. Maybe ask the coroner.
Alright, maybe ask the coroner. Kann ich hier noch irgendwas angucken mir? Nö. Handschuhfach? Okay, kann ich auch nicht machen. Ja, gut, okay. Hast du noch was?
Drunk driver?
Maybe not.
How so?
Well, a head I found without a body piqued my interest. See what you think.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. Is it real?
No. I think it's supposed to be a replica of an Indian shrunken head. It's some kind of curio or movie prop. See the casting marks?
What's it made from?
Plaster of Paris would be my first guess, then painted.
So we can rule out the murder angle?
No, you can rule that in. That thing was wedging the accelerator to the floor. Whoever did it wanted these women dead.
Der hat das Gaspedal runtergedrückt? Das Ding wiegt doch nichts.
How does someone manage to tip their ride straight off a cliff?
Never the same, are they?
If the driver's in a fit state, we should ask.
Okay. Und eingeklemmt kann es auch nicht gewesen sein, das Gaspedal. Kurios. Really curious. Nee. Naja, kurios. Dann unterhalten wir uns doch mal mit der Fahrerin. Also wir können uns hier noch mal kurz umgucken, ob es hier irgendwelche Spuren gibt. Gibt's denn... Wo ist denn das Auto lang gefahren? In Anführungsstrichen. Also, es ist hier runter. Was ist mit dir eigentlich hier abschlepp, Joachim?
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me.
Ja, alle tot. So, dann muss er also hier lang gefahren sein. Also gefahren in Anführungsstrichen. Hallo?
Mrs. McAfee, we would like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
I prefer to use my maiden name, June Ballard. You might be familiar with some of my work.
Can you tell us what happened here?
You're kind of cute for a cop. Maybe a bit on the serious side.
What about me, June? I'm a big fan of Beast
You?
of...
I don't like. Keep out of this.
Okay, cool. June Ballard. Wir gehen jetzt mal ganz kurz die Beweise durch. Das habe ich mir vorgenommen. Also, Chevy Styline. Über die Böschung im Werbeschild gefahren. Fahrerin spricht von verabreichten Drogen- und Mordversuch. Damenhöschen an Naht aufgerissen, gewaltsam entfernt, gefunden in Hamiltons Tasche. Wird wahrscheinlich auch der Hamilton gehören. Brief der Mutter ist auch für die Jessica Hamilton und Kankler Schrumpf hat. Okay. Gut. Angeblicher Drogeneinfluss.
We understand that you're still suffering from the effects of the accident, Mrs. McAfee. The officer says that you claimed that you were drugged. Who did this to you?
That rat slipped us a Mickey Finn. It's no wonder I feel so dopey. I can't remember.
Na, das klingt doch fast wie eine Lüge. Oder? Natürlich. Gib mal wie Sie kann sich nichts... Fahren spricht von verabreichten Drogen- und Mordversuch. Na, dann lügt sie doch.
I don't believe you, Mrs. McAfee. The story's too far-fetched. I think you were drunk and lost control of the car.
Well, I suggest you get the results of a blood test first before you go shooting off your mouth. Unless you have some other proof. Well, I could drink you under the table any day of the week and still be fine to drive home. Be careful. I'm starting to dislike you.
Aha, okay. Ach du Scheiße. War nicht
What can you
richtig.
tell us about the passenger in your car?
Jessica Hamilton. Poor Jessica. It's been a rough day for her. She's desperate to break into movies. What more can I say?
Ah, das stimmt doch auch nicht. Sie ist doch von zu Hause weggelaufen.
I think you're lying, Mrs. McAfee. I think something happened to Jessica yesterday before the crash.
I'm offended, Sunshine. Do you have any proof?
Ja, na klar. Der Unterwäsche. Oder Brief der Mutter.
Miss Hamilton's underwear were physically torn from her body.
She wanted to go to a casting. I took her to a casting. Whatever happened after that is between her and Mark Bishop.
Okay.
We found a shrunken head. It was used to tamper with your car.
You see, I normally don't drive off cliffs. The last thing I remember is getting behind the wheel.
Hä? Nee, das stimmt doch auch nicht. Ich denke, sie wurde unter Drogen gesetzt. Opfer unter Drogen. Fahrerin spricht von Verabreichen von Drogen und Mordversuch. Na, dann stimmt das doch auch nicht.
Mrs. McAfee, you're lying. Wasting our time. You know what's going on here. You just won't tell us.
You're sweet, but simple too. The burden of proof is with the law.
Hä? Na, Opfer unter Drogen, denke ich.
You leave along now. Don't worry yourself. This will all get sorted out. This is the way things get done in Hollywood.
Ich verstehe es nicht.
You mentioned a Mark Bishop. You think he might have had something to do with this?
He's a movie producer. As for his involvement, you just leave it to me and my husband to worry about.
Oh, okay.
I want to know what happened between you two that made him want to commit a double murder.
Bishop offered me a part in his picture. Then he withdrew it. Fact is, we had a deal. I pressed him on it, and this is where I end up.
Mrs. McAfee, I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you accompanied Patrolman Gonzalez back to the receiving hospital.
I'm being taken in?
You could say that.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that you are under the influence of narcotics and that you are withholding information from the police.
My husband is gonna want a word with you, Sonny Jim.
I think we're good here. Let's go see what we can shake out of the kid.
Okay, wow. Naja, 2 von 4. Oh, das mit dem Lügen und mit den Beweisen, das ist so schwierig. Also ich erkenne manchmal nicht den Unterschied zwischen Lügen und Anzweifeln. Offensichtlich lügt sie ja hier sowieso nur. Hat die einmal die Wahrheit gesagt? Ich glaube nicht, ne? Hollywood halt. Hollywood. Always in the role. So. Ach so. Ich muss ja gar nicht zum Auto. Ich muss ja zur Dings. Orte. Zentralklinik. Wo ist sie denn? Was? Ist doch rot. Wieso fahren die denn? It's him? Ja, ja. Achso, ich bin ja der Bekannte. Wo ist die Zentralklinik? Gleich daneben? Ach, hör auf. Ach, da sind wir doch letztens durchgelaufen. Gestern. Also. Ja, doch. Müsste gestern gewesen sein. Ja, doch, ich erinnere mich. Wo ich die Abkürzung zur Bank nehmen wollte. Ach, das ist das Krankenhaus? Alter, das sieht überhaupt nicht aus wie ein Krankenhaus.
Hello, Detective Phelps. Here to interview a Jessica Hamilton.
Jessica Hamilton. Oh, yes. She's in the room, right behind you, Detective.
Dankeschön.
You can't hold me here. No.
Ach, guck mal.
I don't need to be manhandled by a doctor. I need my lawyer. Hey, where is the telephone? Do you know who I am?
Okay, da ist jemand nicht glücklich darüber, dass er zum Arzt muss. So, wir quatschen erst mal mit dem Doktor, würde ich sagen, oder?
Hello, Doctor. I'm Detective Phelps. You're attending to the young lady from the auto accident?
Yes. She's conscious now, but I doubt she'll remember much. She's still feeling some of the after effects.
Jessica was drugged?
She certainly was. Chloral hydrate would be my guess, and there's clear evidence of abuse. She's still a minor, Detective.
Someone planned a double murder to cover up a statutory rape? Swap 7 years for life and gets Guy McAfee on their case? Doesn't make much sense to me.
I guess it depends on what they had to lose.
Wer ist denn Guy McAfee eigentlich? Achso, das ist der Boy von der da hinten. Hallo.
Feeling better since this morning, Jessica?
A little. My head still feels swimmy.
Okay, Mystic Tales?
Junk.
Junk. Ja, dann unterhalten wir uns doch mal, oder? Können wir hier irgendwas... Ach, stimmt, wir können uns das erstmal angucken. Einlieferungszeit 2:45 Uhr, Patientenname Jessica Hamilton. Alter 5. Dr. Elias Webley, dem haben wir gerade gesprochen. Schädeltrauma und leichte Verletzung durch Autounfall, Spuren von Chloroform. Chloraldehyd. Chloralhydrat im Blut, externe irgendwas. Und andere Hinweise auf Missbrauch. Okay. Von kürzlich verabreicht. Keine weiteren Sedative oder ausdrückliche Genehmigungen verabreichen. Patienten muss Bettruheeinheiten beobachtet werden. Okay. Gut, jetzt haben wir also 3-mal den Beweis für... Ja gut, ich glaube nicht, dass ich hier noch was durchsuchen muss. Für Missbrauch. Ich denke, es ist eindeutig.
Hello, Jessica. My name is Cole Phelps. I'm a policeman. I'd like to talk to you about your accident, if that's okay.
Okay.
Unfallbericht. So, wir gehen erstmal kurz die Beweise nochmal durch. Chevy, bla bla bla, Unterwäsche, Brief der Mutter, Beweis für Missbrauch. Okay, merken wir uns. Kontakt zu Eltern finde ich am einfachsten, weil das könnte ich widerlegen, wenn sie es leugnet.
We need to get in touch with your parents, Jessica. to tell them what has happened.
Oh, you don't need to worry them. They sent me along to stay with Aunt June. They trust her to take care of me.
Jessica, Jessica, Jessica.
You're lying, Jessica. How are we going to make this right if you lie to us?
Please, Detective, why would I lie to you?
Na, weil du nicht. Oh, nee, Brief der Mutter.
Because you're a runaway, Jessica, and you don't have your parents' permission to be here. Now, do you want to tell me what really happened?
I went with Junie to this strange place. It's difficult to remember. Someone gave me a drink to calm my nerves, and then I felt faint. I think I must have passed out.
Okay. Unfallbericht erstmal.
Can you tell me what you remember about the crash?
It's all kind of fuzzy. I remember waking up here. Nothing happened yesterday.
Ja, das ist doch Quatsch. Beweis für Missbrauch.
Tell the truth, Jessica. Why the big cover-up?
I'm not lying to you.
Natürlich lügst du. Erstmal seid ihr unter Drogen und dann auch noch Missbrauch.
We found your underwear in your handbag, Jessica. You need to tell us what happened.
The doctor told me what happened. I didn't want that. I just wanted to be a star, to be in movies. I told Junie what happened, and she told me to toughen up. That was the price of stardom.
Did she now, cold-hearted bitch?
It's not Junie's fault. It's not my first time. I had a boyfriend back home, but my father found out about him.
Even if you consented, Jessica, you're still underage.
Warum sagt sie denn nicht wer?
I know what happened to you, Jessica. Where exactly did it take place?
Please, it's scary. It's really difficult to think of anything.
Mann, ja, na klar, aber es muss mir schon sagen, was passiert ist.
Someone tried to kill you, Jessica. Do you get it? Forget about being in movies. It's time to act like a grown-up.
I had to wear a robe and lay down on a stone. There were lights, a camera. It's not my fault. I'm not a bad girl. Why are you trying to hurt me?
Oh nein, nix. Warum? Verbindung zu Bishop.
How did you meet Mr. Bishop?
Well, Junie is a big movie star. You probably know that. She's doing a new movie.
Nee, macht sie nicht.
What's the story with Bishop and Mrs. McAfee? Why does he want the two of you dead?
That can't be true. Mr. Bishop seemed very happy today. I mean, yesterday.
And that's why he wedged a shrunken head against the accelerator pedal and punted the two of you over an escarpment?
I overheard Junie speaking to him on the phone a couple of times. Screaming, really. She can be very hard sometimes, Junie. But they seemed okay yesterday, like they worked it out.
Thank you, Jessica. You've been a big help. Here's my card. If you think of anything or you need some help, just get in touch, okay?
Okay.
I think it might be a good idea if you went back home till you felt better, Jessica.
I couldn't do that, officer. What if I got the part and I wasn't there?
Ah, Gott. Hollywood. At its best.
It's the tale of this town, Cole. Lambs that go willingly to slaughter. Who the hell is that?
Must be her lawyer. He certainly expedited her release.
I don't like it, Cole. Why is she in such a hurry? We should follow her. There she goes. Come on.
Schnell, Cole! Wir beschatten sie mal. So, nicht zu nah ranfahren. Kennt man ja aus jedem guten Spiel.
Ballard is definitely up to something.
Okay, mit X kann ich mich darauf konzentrieren, also aufs Ziel.
She seems to have made a remarkably speedy recovery.
Ja, das stimmt allerdings. War relativ schnell, dass er wieder sich erholt hat. Und so nah ran. Okay, das ist auch super auffällig, dass man einfach hier so in der Mitte der Straße einfach stehen bleibt. Oh, mal ganz kurz rangehen. So, kurzer Cut, sorry. Und weiter geht's bei der Verfolgungsjagd. Oh, halten die da Herren? Ja. Health is wealth.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Mach ich.
Tell the cook these were some good grits.
Vor allem genau neben dem Anwalt. Okay, das hat überhaupt gar nicht geklappt. Okay.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Ja, mache ich. Geh mit bei der Tür in Deckung.
Waitress. Can I get another spoon?
Mann. Muss ich davor stehen bleiben oder muss ich reingehen? Das habe ich noch nicht so ganz verstanden. Also ist da zum Glück nur eine kurze Szene. Ja, ja.
Get in there and see what she's up to.
Ja, machen wir, Bukowski. Was? Ach, betritt das Café, wenn... Ach, sie guckt sich doch mal um vorher.
Baby? No! I don't want him taught a lesson. You know what I want. Well, then make someone else do it! You still know people out here, don't you? Then make some calls! I'm gonna be very clear about this. You get this done, or I'm... Wilson's Hotel. Mr. Mark Bishop, that son of a bitch, lives in apartment 803. Sure, I got the film.
Ich werde erstmal warten. Nicht, dass sie mich noch sieht. Und erstmal gehupt. Na gut. Dann hier Mark Bishops Apartment.
So what's the story? I'm guessing she didn't stop for light refreshments.
She made a call. Sounds like Mark Bishop has a heap of trouble headed his way. I've got an address. Wilson's Hotel, apartment 803.
Oh shit, you better step on it.
If he's got any sense, he'll be as far away from home as possible.
If he had any sense, he wouldn't have tried bumping off Guy McCaffrey's wife in the first place. Or he'd done the job properly. McCaffrey will break a fella's legs just for looking at him wrong.
What did you make of the kid? You believe her story? I think she was doped out of her tiny mind and given the casting couch. That fucking bitch Ballard sold her out.
Alter, zum Glück bin ich nicht weitergefahren.
So if Ballard was doing someone a favor, why did they try to kill her?
Gott, was ist denn hier los?
in the vicinity in car 11K, 11 King, a 415 in progress at apartment 803, Wilson's Apartment Hotel, 1220 West 7th Street, Westlake Park.
Ist das nicht den Volk
11K code 3, all other units code 2. KGPL clear.
Ist das nicht den, wo wir hin müssen?
Done it! Let's get to the apartment before someone gets hurt.
Ich wollte gerade sagen. Wo ist denn dieses blöde Hotel? Müssen wir jetzt nicht gleich da sein? Wahrscheinlich, ne? Hallo? Wo ist das Hotel? Da drüben ist es.
Call 11K, 11K, we have no other units available. What is your ETA?
Bishop's Apartment. 10:06 Uhr. So, schnell rein.
I'm Detective Phelps. We received a call about a domestic disturbance in apartment 803.
Oh, the detectives. Listen, Mrs. Bishop's pretty upset. Take the elevator and then left down the corridor. It's the last door on the right.
Okay. Wow, okay, steht gleich da. Der Fahrstuhl, super.
Sounds like we're about to make it a hat trick of hysterical female witnesses.
Wow. Entschuldigung. On the right, also hier oder was? Oh.
LAPD, ma'am. Are you in danger?
I'm all right now. You just missed them. Horrible, awful men.
Are you injured, Mrs.?
Mrs. Bishop. Gloria Bishop. Please, come in, officers. I'll just need to sit down for a moment. Forgive me.
That's perfectly normal, ma'am.
Just look at this mess!
We'll take a quick search of the premises, ma'am. You take a moment to gather your thoughts.
I will. Thank you, officer.
Mhm. Ja, gut, Neues Testament. Ich glaube nicht, dass da irgendwas Wichtiges drin ist. Auch das wird nicht interessant sein für uns.
No good to me.
No good to me. Ja, was haben sie denn gesucht? Ist die Bürste? Okay, unwichtig. Ja, ich denke auch die anderen beiden Sachen. Was ist das denn? Lippenstift, ne?
This isn't what we're looking for.
Ja, this isn't what we're looking for. So, was haben wir hier? Zahlen Sie gegen diesen Scheck den Betrag von $20.000 an. Lorna Hepgard. Scheck über
What do you have to do to earn $20,000?
Auch das scheint nicht wichtig zu sein.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Okay, dann haben wir schon mal einen Hinweis. Gay Cowboys to Mark Bishop. With thanks from Silver Screen Props.
Presented to Mark.
Alter. Okay. Steck ein! Phelps. Kriegt doch keiner mit? Ja, $5. Ich glaube nicht, dass das wichtig ist. Guanaco. Auch unwichtig. Na? Okay, das rechts kann man sich angucken.
Looks like the old movie set downtown.
Filmset-Foto, okay. Intolerance. Kampf der Liebe durch alle Zeiten von D.W. Griffiths, die große Mauer von
Great
Babylon.
Wall of Babylon. A replica of a replica.
Die Nachbildung einer Nachbildung. So. Okay, hier. Kühlschrank ist nichts. Okay, eine Tasse. Auch nicht wichtig. Ein paar Movie-Plakate. Und auch das wird nicht wichtig sein, glaube ich, oder? Nein. Altes Piano. Da haben wir noch ein Bild.
Looks like a mermaid in the background. Silver screen.
Who are these men in the picture?
My husband, Mark, and Marlon Hopgood. They work together on occasion. That's Hopgood's shop.
Okay, Marlon Hopgood. So, wir quatschen gleich. Ja, gut, hier ist auch nichts mehr. Muss die Luft reinlassen. Ich denke, wir haben alles, oder? Hausfriedensbruch.
Those men. I think they work for Guy McAfee. Do you know the name?
No. Why should I?
June Ballard is married to Guy McAfee. Have you heard of her?
That slut. She's been badgering my husband for days.
Mrs. McAfee alleges that your husband tried to kill her and her friend last night. I think you should tell us what you know.
My husband's a movie producer. This has something to do with his new picture. He doesn't include me in his business.
Mhm. Na, das bezweifeln doch aber, oder?
June Ballard said she had a deal to be in his new picture.
Mark repeatedly told her no. He had Joan Leslie lined up for the role. That's how he got the finance. June made all kinds of threats. She was very rude to me.
You know June Ballard?
We were both on the same picture a few years back. That's how I met my husband.
Mhm. Aufrecht. Aufenthaltsort.
Where can we find your husband, ma'am?
He told me he would be on set. That's all I know.
Okay, ja.
Either we find him or McAfee's people do, Mrs. Bishop. If you care for him, you should make sure that we find him first.
I do care for him. But I don't really know where he'd go if he were in trouble. Hopgood might know.
Okay, wer auch immer Hopgood ist.
Why is your husband paying Lorna Hopgood $20,000?
Lorna? Marlon's ex-wife? Are you sure?
Natürlich.
You're lying, Mrs. Bishop. It's some kind of payoff. You know exactly what the money is for and who it's getting paid to.
Do I? Would you like to prove that, detective?
Na klar. Check über $20,000.
Your husband looks like he's being blackmailed. They obviously have something on him if he's prepared to kill to cover it up. Why is the payment going to Hopgood and not McAfee?
Lorna works at a check-cashing place in Hollywood. You need to ask Hopgood why he needs that much money in cash.
Okay, Missbrauch von Jessica Hamilton.
Your husband was at a casting yesterday with a young girl?
Not that I know of. He told me he was looking at locations. The picture's been cast.
Jessica remembered a mermaid. The mermaid on the front of the prop store. You better come clean with me.
This is a sick town, detective. Are you sure you really want to know? The truth is, my husband likes them young.
And you think that's okay?
I was 16 when I first met him. I thought he was a genius, a magician with film. I was 20 before I realized he was just a B-movie hack. But he's nothing compared to some of the monsters at these big studios. My guess is Ballard sacrificed her little friend. Happens to a lot of girls.
Your husband is in trouble. It could go easier for him if you were more helpful, Mrs. Bishop.
He's a big boy, detective, and so are you. This is Hollywood. There's always a deal to be done.